Oh, hey, do you like drones? I think they are super sweet. Today we're going to be looking at the DEERC Model D20. It's an entry-level drone. If you're new here, my name is Jeff. This is Jeff Reviews for You. I review all sorts of products. I specialize in as seen on TV items. I do some DIYs. Anyway, it's a whole lot of fun. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing, don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Let's take a closer look at this DEERC Model D20 drone. Let's unbox this drone. I'm not sure if the company's name is DEERC or DEERC, I don't know. But this drone was sent to me. I did not buy it, but it retails for around $50. All right, so let's take a look at it. So at first I have caution of battery, okay. And then it looks like I have some sort of directions. A remote control, that's pretty nice. Looks like some charging cables. I have, ooh, 2 batteries, okay. It only says beware of battery, or caution of battery, not batteries. And here's the drone itself. It's pretty small. It's about the length of a credit card, maybe even the width. It's a lot thicker than that, of course. It looks like I have 4 propellers. I do have a camera here on the front. What looks to be some sort of lighting. Oh, that's neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the directions and then set this up and fly it. I just read through the directions, and this is pretty sweet. See how I pop this part up here? Well, you can actually put your cell phone in here, and what I think is going to happen is I get to see the footage from the drone on my camera or on my phone. That is awesome. It does require 3 AA batteries that are not included. You know what's funny? The directions tell me that I will have 1 battery, but I had 2. So maybe I just lucked out. I don't know. It is a micro USB charger that just plugs into the side. I don't know if you can see that right there. My focus is off. Right there, yeah, it just plugs into the side here. All right, so if we open this thing up, it has 4 propeller arms. You just open them up carefully. There is an outer arm and then an inner arm, boom, like that. Same thing on both sides. So when I go charge up my battery, I'm gonna come slide it back here into the slot, and then there's a power on button on the side, and I have to calibrate it and all that good stuff. And then when that's charging, I'm gonna see what's going on with my focus, but then we're gonna test this thing out. All right, so to install our battery, we install it this way. We push it into the back of the drone and we click, oops, there it goes, it's clicked in. Now what we wanna do is I'm gonna hit the on button. So I'm guessing these lights are gonna turn on. If they flash, I'm just letting you know that now. Let's turn it on. Oop, nope. Oh yeah, they do flash. All right, so now we are on. I'm gonna turn it back off just because that was annoying. All right, so we do have a QR code that we're supposed to read on our phone. So let me pull that up and do that now. Because I'm going to be using a Samsung phone, I'm going to read it over top of there. Yes, go to the link store. So now it's telling me to install this app. I'm going to install it. And when this is done installing, we're going to set it up together. While our app is downloading, let's pair the drone to the remote control. So the directions tell us to turn on our drone. Remember, it's going to be some blinking lights, okay? And that's expected. You're supposed to let them blink. All right. So now I'm supposed to turn on my remote control, and you're going to hear a beep. I think I just heard a beep. Now what they're telling me in the directions, so I already have this set up where the head of the drone is facing me. It's on a flat surface. And then they tell me I'm supposed to toggle up and down the left joystick. And of course, it's supposed to turn a solid color if it's paired successfully. So let's try that. Left joystick. All right, so it looks like that stopped blinking. I'm now here. I'm guessing that means we are paired. We are newly calibrated, and there's something I want to show you, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to push up on the left toggle because I want to show you what to do in case of emergency if you have to shut it off, all right? So up toggle once. It's just spinning. It's not going to fly. But if I need it to stop at any time when it's flying, there's a button here that you push and hold. Ready? Watch. Just shut the whole unit off. Therefore, if you get into some trouble, you just shut the whole thing off. Now, let's continue setting up our app, and then we'll take this outside and fly it. As we click on the app, we see some permissions. I typically just do while I'm using the app. And yes, you can access. All right. It does have a 30-day or 90-day warranty if you so choose. So I'm supposed to connect to the network, is I guess a Wi-Fi connection, DEFPV. So let me just look to see if I can find that. I saw a little different name. Oop, you might not just saw that. It was DEERC and then something else. I didn't see what they saw, but I'm going to keep the Wi-Fi connection, and I should be able to see what the camera sees. But let me work on this just a little more to see about that. I wanted to show you the photo and video feature on this drone. I couldn't really get it to work while flying. It would be very choppy or fuzzy, and it just didn't work very well, and it was really frustrating. But I wanted to try to show it to you here. So let's open this up. You can immediately see it shows us the video, so I can come here and say, hey, that's me. I just want you to know that the video from a drone adds about 10 pounds, and that's not real life. Anyway, so if you see me flying around, you should see something else besides me on that screen. And now I know it just changed, but it's really choppy. Do you see how that works and such? Eventually, it'll just freeze, and that same footage will be on there, especially if you're further away. You definitely don't have that connection. If you're closer enough, you can see how it was choppy like that, but further away, it didn't work really well. I think it has something to do with the Wi-Fi strength. I just wanted you to see that. We are completely paired to the drone. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us to flight. So I'm going to push up on this toggle here. So it's pretty cool how you can maneuver it. It's really responsive to going forward or backwards or right or left, just depending on what you want to do. Let me get back in screen here. You can set it so it hovers, and that's kind of cool. I like how responsive the controls are. So if I want to go up or down or left or right, it's able to do that. You can also shift it. Let me bring it down a little bit. And you can shift it around in a circle. Sorry, it's out of the screen again. It takes a little getting used to, but it's actually pretty sweet to fly. It's starting to blink at me, which tells me that the batteries are going to go soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to land it and then change the battery and keep flying. Every time you replace your battery, make sure you you have this program to it. It's real simple. You just push it up and down on that toggle, and it would just, and now it's hooked up. What I like to do too is I also like to calibrate it, and so I push these both down to the right, and see how that just blinked? That means this is now calibrated and ready to fly. It's super fun to fly, or what? I love how responsive it is, and it's just really neat. I should tell you that the battery life is between 7 and 10 minutes. 7 minutes if you're doing all sorts of tricks and such, 10 minutes or so if you're just flying it regular. It takes about an hour to recharge the battery, just so you know that. So let me know, what do you think about this drone? Are there other ones out there that you think might be better than this? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I think it's how high you can get it to go. It goes up way up in the sky. Pretty neat. Let's bring it down. It's pretty cool. If you want to get your drone to land, there's a button on the top left of your remote that says stop. You click it once, and your drone goes to the ground and shuts it off. Well, that's still spinning, but it's supposed to shut off. There it goes. As you get used to it, you can do some sweet tricks with this. So there's a button on the top left right next to the stop button. You hit it once. You can hear a beep on your remote. Watch, if I hit up, it just did a flip, and you can do that again and again and again. It's pretty cool. In this video, we were looking at the DEERC Model D20 drone. So what do I think of it? One, I think that it's super awesome. I just love flying the drones. And you know what? It's actually pretty tough. You don't even know how many times I crashes into trees, bushes, the walls, poles, that kind of thing. A lot. And it still got up and would fly along. And I really thought that was neat. I was a little frustrated with the short lifespan of the batteries, but I guess that's to be expected. It would be nice to have maybe 3 or 4 batteries. Therefore, you can play with it continuously and just keep charging along the way, but it is what it is. What didn't I like about it? Well, it had that camera function. It didn't really work very well, so if I were to have a con, that's what it would be. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. It's cool how it just hovers. You can adjust the trim so it goes one way or the other, and you can sort of get it to stay in the same place. All right, let me see if I can get it to do that flip. Cool. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of this sweet little drone. You know what? In order to charge it up, I had to use my swivel power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that review right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at that review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.